Hey there, it's AB from Intox-Detox, and this will be my first podcast for Intox-Detox. And a friend recently told me that, he thought it was kind of a wasted resource that I don't talk directly to people more. I spend a lot of time at events, beer fest, wine tastings, traveling around, talking to people about Intox-Detox. And, he thought, hey, you're really good at that. You know a lot about it. And you should talk directly to people. And people don't like reading blogs because, our attention spans in this day and age are like 5 seconds. So I thought I would record a little video and keep this going. So today is January 11th, 2018, and it's a new year. I had some friends over last night. I was drinking wine and whiskey and gin with my best friend and my mom. I was just cleaning up the bottles and I thought, wow, I got to talk about this on my podcast, because today is one of those days when Intox-Detox really proved itself once again. We were up late, we were having some drinks, we were talking a lot, we were talking about politics, we were talking about our business, we were talking about the future of the country, we were talking about our young children and how their lives are going to be so much different than ours. It was a great talk. Okay, I cleaned up, let's call it 5 wine bottles, 3 people. We went to bed over Irish coffees, several of them, and woke up and feeling great, ready to go. I was up at 9, quick shower, cleaning up from what we did last night, and I feel great, and I can actually function today, which wouldn't be the case if we didn't take the Intox-Detox. But let's talk about New Year's Eve, because that just happened. It's fresh in everybody's mind. A lot of people overdrink on New Year's Eve, and that's actually a holiday that I really don't like because people overdrink. And the great thing about Intox-Detox is last night, you could say, we drank a sizable amount. We didn't get crazy. It was social. It was responsible. That's what Intox-Detox is designed for the social, responsible drinker, not binge drinking, not marathon drinking all day. Now, there are ways that it can help with that if you're, for example, on vacation in Mexico and you're going to, you got all-inclusive and you're going to sip drinks all day. Like, that's another subject. Like, I'll talk about that later, how you use Intox-Detox for that kind of thing. But for just going to a dinner party, going out for the evening, having a few drinks where, you got to get up early the next day, you got to function, you got to go to work, like I do right now, it's amazing for that. For, a controlled drinking session. I'm not getting any younger, neither are you. Tough love. It also helps to protect your liver so that your liver can keep functioning. And that's another thing I want to get into in just a second, is that a lot of people, it's a big controversy, liver detox. People don't believe that you can actually detox your liver. And I'm going to explain to you why they're full of shit, okay? And it's going to make a lot of sense in the analogy that I give you. But let's talk first about how Intox-Detox works in general. Take a sip of my coffee, which, I am a little tired. We stayed up late, but I don't feel sick. I don't feel hungover. A little bit of liquid energy certainly does help, though. So how does Intox-Detox work? So if I'm going to do my first sort of podcast where I'm talking directly to people, I'm going to tell you how it works. So what it is it's herbal ingredients that help your liver to function better. And the way that it does that specifically is that alcohol breaks down into a metabolite called acetaldehyde. It's very toxic. It's actually much more toxic than the ethanol that you drink. So if you drink beer, wine, liquor, anything you drink, mead, imagine anything, plum wine, whatever you drink that's alcoholic, it's all ethanol. And it's going to go into your system and it's going to break down into acetaldehyde. Apparently the phone's ringing. I'm not going to answer it. I've got more important things to do, talking to you. Acetaldehyde is very, very toxic, and the longer it lingers in your system, the more damage it does, the worse it makes you feel. That's why hangovers last so long. until you break down acetaldehyde, you will not feel better. You got to get it out of your system. So the faster you do that, the faster you will feel better, okay? Now, a lot of people think that hangovers are just dehydration or inflammation or these types of things, or that it's the sugars, or that it's sulfites in wine, or that it's congeners and dark liquors. Those things make hangovers worse. Don't get me wrong. But the root primary cause is the acetaldehyde that your body makes when you drink alcohol. Okay? So put that in your mind for a second. And let's go on a little thought experiment. This is for those people, and a lot of them are people I really respect. People that look at the science behind detox and they say, it's not possible to detox your body because organs like your liver, for example, or your kidneys are they're detoxing machines. They already do that. So you don't need things like this. They don't work. Well, that's a little disingenuous. I'm going to tell you why. Here's the thing. Here's one analogy. Your engine in your car, you know, it runs pretty well on conventional oil. If you put synthetic oil in it, it runs better. Most people, my dad's a car guy. I am not. But he says, you know, synthetic oil is better. So if he had a choice, he would put synthetic oil into it. So this is a good analogy for me because I think the liver is a well-oiled machine. It works amazingly. It will save your life. Alcohol is poison, so when you put it in your body, literally your liver is fighting for your life to keep you alive. If your liver couldn't detox alcohol and metabolize it, then you could literally die from a few drinks. And you know how nice it is that we have these livers that do this for us, so we can enjoy ourselves a little bit and not die. That's a really good thing. So here's my second analogy, which really hammers it home. Okay, so for toxins, like let's just say that I take a whole bottle of Tylenol. Let's say that I'm depressed, I want to end my life, I want to commit suicide. I take a whole bottle of Tylenol. What do? They rush me to the ER, the emergency room. I know I had to clarify what ER was for you, right? They rush me to the ER. The first thing they're going to do is what? Pump my stomach. They're going to pump my stomach to get out any of the toxin that's actually in my stomach and not in my bloodstream yet. So our bodies actually do this with alcohol. It's called vomiting. So when you drink too much, your body is just like, no, get the evil out, and that's the first step. Now, the next step is your liver is going to try to metabolize whatever toxins are in your body. And this is the part where you can die with a Tylenol overdose or many other different types of drugs. But Tylenol is a good one because it's a real thing that it's around us. Most of us have it in our medicine cabinet. So what they'll do is they will give you an IV. They will hook you up and they will give you an IV of what's basically pharmaceutical precursor to glutathione, okay? Now, glutathione is an amino acid that is very important for protecting your body from toxins, detoxing your body. Our bodies produce it, but when you drink alcohol, you quickly run out of it. As you get older, you make less of it. So it plays a very important role. And what it does is, if this suicide attempt is caught in time, that glutathione will actually save your life and prevent liver failure. Now, they'll give it to you as another amino acid called N-acetylcysteine, which actually makes your body produce more glutathione. Now, that's important to remember because Intox-Detox has an ingredient like that. It has an ingredient called reduced glutathione. It's actually a partner of ours, a patented, clinically proven ingredient, Cetria glutathione. So when people say that you can't detox your liver, I would say to them, then why do they treat you for overdose with intravenous N-acetylcysteine, which basically is glutathione? Why does that save your life? If it's impossible to detox your liver, then how is that possible? How can people survive? So they're full of shit, is what they are, because it does work. And when you're talking about drinking alcohol as opposed to swallowing a bunch of Tylenol, it's a much more acute poisoning. You are poisoning yourself. That's what makes you feel sick. But if you get ingredients that actually clinically protect your liver, and there is proof behind these things, I certainly wish there were more research. I would like to fund that research. We're a small business. When we have the money, when we become a multinational brand and we have billions of dollars, we will fund that research and people will see that this is correct. The preliminary research is enough for us to say we believe wholeheartedly that our main two ingredients, the Cetria L-glutathione, protects your liver and helps, just like the glutathione you're getting into your IV drip via N-acetylcysteine to prevent your liver failure if you overdose. It's a smaller effect, but you're dealing with a more acute case of poisoning. So, Cetria has proven 30% increase in glutathione. The more often you take Cetria, the better your glutathione levels will be. If you stop taking it, they return to baseline. So that's a very good argument for taking Intox-Detox like I do every day. I don't drink every day, but I take it every day. I've been diagnosed with Lyme disease, and it's pretty serious. I had it for 2 years without knowing, so I didn't catch it early. Cetria glutathione boosts your immune system. That's why I take it every day. It really makes a difference for me in how I feel. And then our other main ingredient, Japanese raisin, helps not just with alcohol metabolism, but it also helps with stress, physical recovery from exercise, and things like that, which I'm still trying to work out, even though my joints are sore from my Lyme disease. It helps immensely. The days that I don't take it are night and day from the days that I do take it. So the point is that if our two ingredients are clinically showing that they increase the GSH, glutathione, in our bodies, the master antioxidant, the one that saves your life if you OD on Tylenol, we're showing that increase by 30%. I mean, that is significant, certainly, especially when you're dealing with an acute poisoning with ethanol alcohol. Okay, so you got that, and then you got the Japanese raisin, which is clinically proven to help break down the acetaldehyde, that nasty chemical that comes from alcohol that makes you feel so terrible. So those two combined, clinically proven, clinically dosed ingredients to basically protect your body and help avoid feeling miserable the next morning. If it didn't work, I wouldn't be recording this right now because, as I said, we had we went pretty deep last night. We stayed up late. We had some drinks. The product, again, I'm always amazed by how well the product performs. Of course, I'm going to say that. I'm the owner. I'm the founder. But here I am. I stand up for my product because all these people that say liver detox is impossible and that we're just charlatans and we're snake oil salesmen, they're full of shit. Okay, they are completely full of shit. And if you look at the clinical research, sure, we need more research, but it speaks for itself. So I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. I'm going to wrap this up. It's already been long enough. But hey, I'm AB, Andy Bennett from Intox-Detox. We have the best all-natural liver detox and I guess you would call hangover remedy formula on the market. I don't care what anybody says. Try it. We give away free samples. Go to our site. You pay a couple bucks for shipping. You get one for free, mailed to your door within 3 days. You can't beat that. And every Wednesday, we give away free samples completely free. You don't have to pay any shipping because I know that if I put this product into your hand and you go out and you have a few drinks responsibly, you're going to feel better the next day and you're going to be my customer forever. And I'll prove it to you. So that's me putting my money where my mouth is. So have a great day. Happy January. I'll see you the next time. Hopefully, I'll do a lot more of these so I can educate and tell you what's on my mind about Intox-Detox, about the world in general. And I'll see you soon. AB out. Bye-bye.